fun fact, back in 1903, Mark Twain was an official spokesperson for Conklin pens. Yeah. Conklin has made quite a few different Mark Twain Crescent filler pens, and this is one of the latest ones, and it is the Crescent filler with a gunmetal finish. I also like to thank Yafa Brands for sending this over to me for review. I am a fan of the Mark Twain Crescent fillers, and I'm very excited to take a look at this pen. So it comes with this really cool looking outer sleeve, and it has kind of like a really cool diagram of the Mark Twain Crescent filler, and on the sides you can see just different parts of the pen, especially right here. And then on the back it even has like naming the different parts of the pen. So I actually find that nod to the historical background of the pen to be really cool. I really appreciate that. By the way, it is limited edition and it is numbered. So inside the sleeve, we've got the usual Conklin blue clamshell box, and you open it up and we've got our pen. So let's see here. So we actually have a little, looks like a little card that comes with the pens. We've got the Mark Twain Crescent filler, gunmetal. And then on the back it has a little something, little information about Conklin. And here's some information about the Mark Twain Crescent filler. And then on the back, the Mark Twain Crescent filler collection. I like that. I love that they are including this now. Mark Twain is, you know, if you aren't familiar with who he is, well, he was a writer. And he had all kinds of, you know, quotes that people like to write down these days. So this isn't a history lesson type of video, so whatever. It also comes with, let's see here, another little piece of information. So you have, this is the Conklin warranty information, and it also has the Crescent filler instructions. And as you'll see in the ink portion or the inking portion of this video, that the Crescent filler is kind of a different type of pen to fill. So it feels very, it's different. It fills in a different way, or it takes ink into its barrel in a very different way. Underneath the false bottom, we've got the other thing that Conklin has been including in with their pens is this big pull-out flyer that it opens up really big, and it has the whole Conklin collection on there, which I mean, if you've watched my other videos, you'll note that I am highly appreciative of it. So now let's take a look at, ooh, the pen is actually surprisingly heavy. And the reason for that is because it's all metal. It is a very special all metal pen. Most of the Mark Twain Crescent fillers are made out of resin, you know, like different marble resin. There's a demo resin one, but this one is actually weighty. So it is completely made out of metal, and it's all gunmetal finish. Even, I love this, that the clip and the crescent part is gunmetal. This mechanism right here, which closes off, so it doesn't let the crescent, you can't push down on it when you fill the pen with ink. You'll see what I mean very soon. It's black plastic, so that is different. So basically, when you turn this mechanism right here, it allows you to push that crescent. Another great thing about the Crescent, and I believe Mark Twain also raved about it, is when you have the cap off of the pen and you set it down, the Crescent actually prevents the pen from rolling off your desk. So there's another purpose for it other than filling the pen with ink. So now that I have the cap off, let's take a look at the nib and section. So the section is black plastic, which matches the ring right here around the Crescent filler section, or a Crescent filler area. And it has a black Yovo nib on it. And this nib is a medium nib. So we have a black Yovo medium nib. I really like the black and gunmetal color scheme. I think it's really sharp, really nice. Does it post? yes, it does post. Still a good looking pen. Posted, it does make the pen pretty heavy, but that's okay because I do not post my pens when I write. In fact, I usually use the Crescent filler just like this, and it's long enough to where it's a good fit for my hand. If you have larger hands, then maybe posting this would be a better option for you. Now on the cap, it has different markings on it. Unfortunately, let me just point out real quick, this type of material, as beautiful as it is a fingerprint magnet. So let me wipe this off real quick before I talk about any other features of this pen. Okay, so there we go. Look, good as new. So at the bottom of the cap, we've got Conklin, and it's etched in, by the way. It's not like some sort of printed thing where it'll rub off over time, but it is etched in on the back. It has Mark Twain's signature and the number of the pen series that you have. So this is number 487 out of 1,898 worldwide. It does have that rocker clip, and the rocker clip was part of the Mark Twain pen back in the early 1900s. So this is one of those Conklin hallmarks that is actually pretty famous, and it goes hand in hand with the brand. I really like it. There's, of course, that one nitpicky thing I have about the Crescent filler, and is that when you put the cap back on, it doesn't line up with the Crescent part. You know, that's just, I'm really nitpicky about stuff like that. So the Crescent filler, I will sit here and I will turn it in different ways. There, I got it to do it, to make it line up. I know it's silly, but that's me. Let me wipe it down one more time. Well, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this pen up using the Crescent filling system, which is known as a self-filling pen. Yeah, a little information that you're learning today. So let me just do this real quick before we go to the part of the video where I ink the pen. The section does not come off of the barrel. In fact, it's permanent. It stays in there. It is, I'm sure, glued in there, but what you do is, and you'll see this in the video, is you loosen up this ring in the center and make sure that there's an opening slit here, and you make sure that lines up underneath the Crescent. And so when you put the pen in the ink, you press in the Crescent like this and let it go. And what's going to happen is there is a little tube in there. I can't think of the word at the moment. But it will suck the ink back into the pen. You might do it 1 or 2 times just to make sure you get a decent fill inside of the bladder. That's the name, the bladder. Yeah, I'm in my mid-40s, whatever. Maybe I might have dementia. That's not a funny thing, but I might have it. So. But I won't forget that I've got this pen. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to ink this pen up, and let's see how that nib writes. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the Mark Twain Special Edition, Limited Edition, Gunmetal Crescent Filler Fountain Pen. That was a lot of words to say. I like it, and the medium nib did well. I like it a lot. It is a bit heavy, but I don't mind it one bit. I've got heavy pens, and I'm down with it. It's just a lot more pen to love. So let's see, this pen is available at all kinds of different online pen retailers, and the MSRP for this pen is $195, and I've seen it as low as $156. So be sure to kind of look for the retailers who have a coupon code, you know, to get that price down even more, and then get the pen and just enjoy. So yeah. Well, I hope this video was helpful, and that you'll perhaps look into getting your own Mark Twain Crescent filling pen, regardless of the finish, because it is, in my opinion, this is the best pen that Conklin makes, besides the All-American. That's a good pen too. So that's all I've got, and that's how the ink flows.